press record.
Are
We're
we
live.
live?
Yeah, we're unmuted. Can you believe
Okay.
it?
Unmuted as well. Mhm.
I
Oh,
remember.
that's pretty good. I've got different cheese today. It's very good. Anyway, moving swiftly on from that, we'll give people just a moment or two to trickle on in, and then we'll get cracking.
Are there any rules? Any rules I should know about? Like,
And
I
party hard.
can't stand up and strip naked or something. Or...
You can do
Yeah,
that,
just
but
don't.
I don't know what the internet will make of it.
I think that is the one
Alright.
rule,
We
probably.
are streaming to the hub, aren't we, Callum?
The what? I don't know what that website is.
What do you mean? we did that at a sound check one time just before we were going on. Aaron, was it with Regional One? I can't remember. Either way, myself and Aaron, we did the on the drums, and you could see all the men in the room not want to admit to their girlfriends they knew what that was. you could feel it in the air. It was beautiful. Absolutely cracking. Oh yeah, we did it on that Instagram video as well, didn't we? Anyway, I have no idea what we're talking about. I'm an innocent young man.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get this shit started, boys. All right. Good evening, everyone. We hope you are well. I'd say it's been a while, but actually we did a stream literally yesterday.
Yeah.
With Sereniform. And today we have a very special guest with us, Henry from Chimp House. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very well. Thank you. Very well. It's cool to come across you guys again. It's been a little while since we've caught up, I think. If I'm not mistaken, we met outside a venue that you guys were recording a music video at. Is that right?
Is that true? Where?
I think so. I
Where
might
was
have made it
that?
up.
That was a while ago.
Is it the Four Horsemen? Did you do a music video at the Four Horsemen?
Yes, we did do a bit of a music video at Four Horsemen. Yeah.
I remember. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Callum, this was after Rock Beats Cancer 20 something or other at the Four Horsemen. We were picking up the gear, and these guys were loading in to do a music video. So I think that was what it was. I could be wrong.
Probably.
Probably that. It was like a load of extras there, and I don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
It was a good party. But yeah, nice to have you on again. So obviously for the people who don't know, who are watching, we have Chimp House on as main support at the Halloween Headbanger 2024 down at the Anvil in Bournemouth, which is next Thursday on Halloween night. It's going to be a really special night. We were just talking about it backstage. We got some fun shit planned. It's going to be really good. We've got costumes. Go and make your guesses. We've posted them today. Go and work out who's who. See if you can work out what people are dressed as. It's going to be great fun.
I think everyone took
Anyway.
Who's Who to literally as well. They're trying to guess who was in the costume.
Yeah, they did also do. Yeah, that's who's who is who. I should have put that.
Yeah.
That is the aim. What we want is, that's Callum, and he's this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Rather than just be like, that one's Simon.
that was me. It's like, wow. Actually, I was surprised how many people knew us from our hands. That's a thing I've got to come to terms with now.
Was it just that? Was it my one? The beard it was in it, wasn't it? So
yeah,
was
yeah.
A little bit obvious.
That was it. Yeah, that was a cheeky one. Yeah, but you want a kind of easy
Aaron,
one, don't you, to lead them in?
I don't think I could know which one was Aaron, which one was Stevie, and you probably.
No, they were quite well mixed up, I thought.
Apparently not.
But some people did know us just from our hands, though. That was weird. How long till we have our wiki feet pages, anyway? Moving swiftly on. I have no idea what that is. Anyway, yes. So, Henry, how are you doing? How's it all going with Chimp House? You guys been busy?
Yeah, it's all good. We've been trying to get busy, but there's a lot of like overlap in terms of like work and trying to get rehearsals done. Like I feel like being in a band, it teaches you how hard it is to get 4 people together in a room.
God, yeah.
At the same
Especially
time.
musicians. Absolutely, man. No, I know what you mean. We're all sort of juggling full-time jobs, and the band itself is pretty well a full-time job at this point. So know 100% what you're going through there. But yeah, once you can fix you guys down for like a regular once-a-week rehearsal and one day a weekend that you can get a gig in, that's when it will start moving, man. And you guys deserve to start moving, because every time we've seen you, it's been fucking great. So I'm looking forward to next week. That's gonna be good, man. There's a reason we were saying to Sereniform yesterday, we book the bands that we want to see live. So we kind of book essentially the guys in the area that we want to see, and then hope that a crowd also enjoys it. So it's a bit of a treat for us, really. So yeah, really looking forward to it, man.
Well, we hope to please.
Absolutely. So the format of this, we're a bit disorganized sometimes. We will definitely lose direction several times throughout the interview. However, we do have some pre-organized questions, and hopefully Callum can take us there now. But I imagine, if I'm not mistaken, Callum, the first question might be, where did the name Chimp House come from?
The name Chimp House came from. So I can talk about anything. Anything on. Okay. Just make sure.
That's what I like to hear.
So it starts off with LSD, and it it was just this weird trip. We were all just sort of in a field somewhere, just bugging. It was a really shit day out. Like the weather was awful, and we were just all sat outside, like not really having fun, but we're sort of tripping and sort of laughing. And at the end of it all, Alex, our bassist, the blonde one with the glasses, he goes, "That was a bunch of chimp housery." And next band practice, I came in and said we should call it Chimp House, and Alex
That is
hated
perfect.
it. Alex hated it.
Actually perfect.
But
Now, what
it
you need
stuck.
to do, you need to write yourself a radio-friendly story. We've got one too, but you need a radio-friendly one where you can go onto your BBC radio and be like, "Yeah, so we were just really inspired by Chimp Nation or some shit like that."
That's what sometimes I think, like, because obviously it's an interesting name. People ask that. Oh, hold on. Oh, Tyson, I'm in a live stream interview right now.
Hello,
Say hi.
Tyson.
This is my little brother.
Hello there.
Hi.
We're talking
Hello.
about Chimp House.
Oh shit. Oh my God, I can't.
Come back in a sec. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My little brother's little cameo there. But yeah, Chimp House. Obviously, people ask about the name a bit, and in a situation, most situations, I could just tell them. But it's something like
Yeah.
this where it's like, oh, maybe other people will see it. What do I say? what do I say exactly?
Man, absolutely. No, I love that story. I think that's fantastic. That is actually a good backstory. I hope there's a way to wiggle that into radio interviews in some way. 'Cause, there must be. So, Callum, I'm going to hand over to you, mate. Go for it.
What is it? What does chimp housery mean?
Chimp Housery. See, from that day onwards, I'm not sure exactly what it was about that trip, but we suddenly became sort of obsessed with chimps. Like suddenly everything sort of silly became like, oh, you're acting like a chimp. Or like, I think someone said, I said to my mate, I said to Kobe, actually, Kobe, the guitarist in the band, you look like a simian ape. And he said, who's Simeon? But like ever since then, it was like, I don't know what it was, but chimp housery just sort of, it fitted the events of that day, and our lives going forward, I guess.
That's fantastic. Have you watched Chimp Nation?
I'm not sure what Chimp Nation is.
Oh, shit. If you're obsessed with chimps, hold on. It's on Netflix. This is crazy, right? So
Is it Chimp Empire?
that's the one.
Chimp,
That's
bro,
Chimp
I've seen Empire. I've seen Chimp Empire.
Here I
Bro.
am making up shit. Chimp Empire is
That
amazing.
stuff is crazy. I love that. I love nature documentaries, and not to sidetrack, but Chimp Empire is so good. The fact that
Yeah,
that
man.
shit just happens like every day.
It's crazy, isn't
in
it?
the wild.
The bit where they're just eating monkeys. You're like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
It's like, ooh. I don't know about that. I found out like people just eat monkeys all the time as well. So I was like, okay. I guess it's a thing. That's fine. Yeah, no, Chimp Empire is fucking incredible. I can't wait. If they do another season of that, I'm right in on that. Man, do you know what? We're gonna sidetrack now. I've done it. Have you watched Ancient Apocalypse?
No, I've not seen Ancient Apocalypse. What is that?
Get in on that. Do you like history?
I love history. Yeah.
All right, yeah, this is you're gonna like Ancient Apocalypse because it's like, what if history wasn't what we were taught? Kind of.
Interesting.
I don't want to say any more than that. Get on
Yeah,
Netflix
interesting
and
hook.
watch
That's
it.
a good hook.
We've been watching it. We've been watching it in the tour van when we've been going to shows. We had a little stint of watching that while we were on tour, and it fucking got us through some journeys. Sent us on some as well. Callum, back to you, man.
I'm gonna do my burning question. It's my burning question of the week. Headball for Serenin form. Who is the Gimp of Winton?
Who? No one knows.
Or is it just the idea? Is like
the Gimp of Winton is a real individual. You can Google him. People have talked about him. I've seen him personally. I've seen him when I was younger. I think I was just me and my friends were just walking through Bournemouth Square. We got up to near Town Hall, and there was just a man in a gimp suit. This is just the like just to specify the description. This is just the suit, the leather like under part. There was no like there was nothing strapped to him. He was just latex, full latex. Just walking towards the town hall like he was there, like he was the mayor of Bournemouth or something. Me and my friends ran away. He wasn't chasing us or anything. He doesn't chase anyone. He just walks.
Just exists.
Yeah, in a gimp suit, and I don't know.
There's actually I've just found on thetab.com a full article about the Gimp of Winton.
yeah. I mean, there's picture of him out on Winton High Street, stood outside the spa there. He's a real guy that we've seen, and we just wanted to write a song about. And I think part of our songs is like about Bournemouth characters.
Yeah, I quite like that. You know what? I quite like the Tesco and a church meme. I quite
Tesco
like
and a
that.
church, yeah,
man. Because I spoke about that with the boys as a concept in itself. Now I don't know if we're on the same approach here or not. But what's your approach to Tesco and a church? Was it just the ridiculousness of it? What is it?
It's just sort of it's just one of those things where you say a phrase and then someone says like, that would be a good song name.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember who it was. I was on the bus with someone, and we were going down through Branksome, going down through Westbourne, and then we saw this Tesco, and they said, "Oh, it's a Tesco in a church." And sometimes you just hear a phrase, and it's just like, "Oh, that sounds interesting." Like, or like that sounds like a good hook or something, this and that. And that's where we came from with it. Where it was just like, I don't know, it's just a funny thing.
No, I massively overthought it
then. How well are you going with it?
Man, it could really be to do with, representing that corporatism has moved into the holy place and we now worship goods and properties instead of deities and ideals and beliefs. Tesco truly is the new creator. Never mind.
In a way, maybe.
Yeah. You should hire me to write backstories for you guys, even if
I think that's 100% better. It would have been so much better if I turned around and was like, well, these corporations, they're just they're the new mother church now. So
yeah, so then now that we've lost religion in society, we've replaced it with the need for goods and services and the mighty beep. Hell yeah. Oh, Shanice says, howdy. Good evening, Shanice. Hope you're well. All right. Cool. Callum, back to you, mate.
What instrument do you play?
We
didn't say what. No. What instrument do you play in the band?
I played a guitar.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's do that. Let's do.
Yeah.
What got you into guitar in the first place?
My dad plays it basically. He's got a really nice one. I know nothing about gear. I see a guitar. It's got this many strings. I can, if you hold them in certain places, make certain noises. But apparently, my dad's guitar is quite weird looking, or like the setup. It looks to me, it's just a Stratocaster, but there's something about the setup with the is weird looking. And my friends just commented on that, and I was like, oh, maybe I should start playing this weird looking rare guitar. And my dad's really good at it, and it's quite a common occurrence in the Vietnamese household to have like parties based like with a lot of music in them, and a lot of it is live music. Like,
cool.
I remember one time as a kid I went to a cousin's house for some party or other, and all the older folks, like my dad and my uncles and stuff, they're around with spoons, like banging spoons together, and my dad was on the guitar, and like they're just making music, and it all revolved around the guitar being like
cool,
the only like real quote unquote instrument.
No, that's absolutely fantastic. The idea of I mean, I've been to one or two parties that kind of have that vibe, but it's never really in the UK. It's normally sort of elsewhere. I mean, recently a few of us went out to Sofia in Bulgaria, and we went to a club there, and it was a jazz club, and it was all about the music. Like people were allowed on stage. It was an open free for all. You could use the kit, play whatever you want, get up and jam. Oh, it's so cool. You had people dancing around the room and shit. It was it's pretty wild, man. That's how I imagine music was probably before we had phones. Or before there were distractions,
Yeah.
Before we all got so bloody serious, yeah.
Before there were record labels.
Yeah, before those bloody corporates moved into the churches, mate. That's right.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
again,
yeah,
you
man.
say that the show I went and saw Hell, and
Mm,
like barely anyone was on their phone the whole time. It was actually like amazing.
that's cool.
It was
I really think it'd be so worth promoting that as well. Every show, just like
so that one
sometimes I get people
person
get their phone out, but yeah,
on the
there's always
DS
one.
recording him on the DS.
On the DS,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Yeah, the
Legendary.
DS holds up. I'll tell you, that's a banging console. I don't care what people
Yeah.
say.
It was a legendary photo as well.
I saw a banging meme today of someone using a PSP as a fucking GPS. That was that's very good. What a console. Mm. But yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to try and promote this idea that phones shouldn't be out unless the artist asks for it. Like, it's nice if you can get the light out for a song and do the, that's a nice moment. That lights up the room in a different way. But other than that, I mean, I've been to comedy shows where you're not even allowed your phone on you or not allowed out because it's like, obviously it's about the jokes and people are trying out new jokes and it could get a little raunchy, a little risky, a little spicy, and they don't want to get fucking cancelled for it. So yeah, I kind of like the idea that in the moment of a show, we don't really need phones out.
Like being present.
Exactly
in
that.
the show.
Precisely.
Get
Yeah,
your
man.
photo every now and then. I don't mind that.
Oh yeah. As long as you're not blocking other people's view the whole time,
when
and you're actually there, not watching through your phone.
When we saw Placebo, they were like really strict on no phones, like super strict, and like even
that seems to be a movement, doesn't it?
Yeah, they even had like a pre-roll thing on the big screens. They're like, please, it was like I've forgotten the singer's name.
Make a name up, it's fine.
Yeah, the singer. I can't remember his name. Andy. It's not Andy.
Jeff Jefferson. Okay.
Whatever, but whatever. They had like a video of him being like, and he was like, "Oh, please!" It was like kind of like a computer, like on a computer screen. He was like glitching out and everything. Like, "Oh, please, we ask you to like not use your phone." Person in front of me was on their phone recording the thing with it. It was like
2024.
But they were mad. They were like. The security, every time you put your phone up, the security would like just pop their whole head up. You could see their face like in the phone screen. You're like, wow.
That's fucking great.
It was quite cool. It made it, everyone was in the moment.
Yeah, man.
It was quite nice.
I think it's so important. We're so distracted all the time, especially our generation, man. Like, we're fucked. Yeah, so you say you got into guitar, obviously sort of more through the family, learning guitar. Did you get lessons and everything, I assume? Sort of.
I didn't get lessons. I just
cool.
Self-taught, I used to get piano lessons as a kid, but that fell through. And I literally just looked it up on the internet. I mean, I feel like being self-taught sounds cooler than it really is, because what it really means, like you've got the whole like everyone's information ever like made on the internet,
Yeah, man. Honestly, we're so lucky to be around that as well. That is the one good side of these phones, man. Like, I remember when, you remember your teachers are like, "Oh, you won't always have a calculator in your pocket." It's like, no, but I do have a supercomputer, so fucking idiots. What do they know? No, but jokes aside, that's really cool. So, how did it sort of come about forming Chimp House? Were you a founding member? Did they find you? How did it come about?
So technically, I was a founding member of Chimp House, but before Chimp House, there's another band with, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chig, the other band of them, Chig. Morgan, the big guy on the guitar, he was in a band with Alex, our bassist, and a drummer called Jack. And they needed a new guitarist because their old guitarist was pretty bad. So this band, me, Jack, Alex, and Morgan, was called Spoon State. And what ended up happening was Jack got a job at Harry Ramsden and became the manager, and like was too busy. Morgan, I'm not entirely sure what happened. So me and Alex just got together, and we're like, we need to assemble a new crew, and start making music together. And then we got our drummer, and then we got not Kobe, our current guitarist, but Kobe's cousin, Cameron. There's a lot of names. But yeah, and then we kicked Kobe's cousin out and invited Kobe, and that's Chimp House today. It was made from, I guess, the ashes of another band
Often the way, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. And in terms of sort of the writing process for you guys, is that something that came quite naturally, or is it something you had to work on?
Yeah, it comes quite naturally just because um our music isn't very like, I don't know what the word is, like complex, lyrically or musically, instrumentally even. It's not really that complex. So when we like write lyrics, for example, it's literally just like stuff, whatever rhymes, stuff that comes to
Mm.
your head, whatever sounds good, whatever sounds funny. There's like uh, the story behind one of our songs, "Men's Menu," is one of my favorites because it's just like we're just sat in Weatherspoons and someone makes a joke like, "Oh, you need to order off the kids menu, mate." It's like, "No, I'm a man now. I can order off the men's menu." And I was like, "Oh,
That sounds
there
very
we go.
good.
There we go. That's the song. There we go." So it's just these. They just sort of come easy because the concepts are literally in front of us every day. Like
Mm.
funny shit happens all the time, and the actual lyricism isn't that complex for us to be like, "Oh, metaphor this, metaphor that." We're more
Mhm.
like, does it rhyme and
Hell yeah,
does it
man.
fit the story?
I think it's fair to say a lot of musicians overthink lyrics. It needs to be something that sounds good. I noticed. I mean, I listened to a lot of prog stuff, especially when I was back at uni. But a lot of words felt kind of forced in to sound more intelligent or to correctly reflect what they were trying to say. But a lot of the time, it's so much more important that the words sound good together, and that's kind of it's a hard thing to explain, isn't it? But it's I think it's there's yeah, to find words that sound good together. If that comes naturally, that's half the work done.
Mm.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
I think it's important to have the words be true to the genre, the intention, and stuff like that. Because, like, um, if we tried to do something more serious, we'd have to take it seriously, that sort of thing. Whereas it has
Yeah.
to fit the form, it has to fit everything else.
And honestly, I think the idea of not taking it seriously, it fits again the name Chimp House. It gives that kind
Yeah.
of crazy vibe to it. It really makes sense that the music isn't serious, but the performance is almost. It's like I'd say when you guys play live, you're very tight and you're clearly having a good time, and I think that's very infectious. And that's one of the main things that attracted me to your band in the first place was look how much fun they're having, dude. Because you want to be part of that fun,
Yeah.
That's what it's about, man. That's really cool.
Like so I'm an acting student graduate, and I've done some reading on acting and the fourth wall in particular. I've read something online about, not online, in a book, in a real life book.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Whoa.
That the fourth wall in terms of like theatre productions, the fourth wall doesn't exist, right? Physically, it's not real because
Yeah.
So in that case, you should, like, the audience is a part of the performance.
Yes.
And in terms of live music, when like you actively trying to get people to engage, they're even more of a part of, so
Absolutely, mate.
in the same way you'd look at your bandmates or smile at your bandmates, you should look at the audience, smile at the audience, like make them feel included because they're just as included as you are, really.
Absolutely, man. I 100% agree with you there. Something we try to do in Region 1 as well is very much every audience is what makes that show unique. We can quite easily, I guess, almost cut and paste what we do to a different venue each time and very much have it the same if we wanted to, but the audience is what makes sort of each show unique. So if I get an audience to sing along, or if I get them cheering, or if I get them clapping along, or whatever it's going to be, their individual voices and sounds and energy is what makes that show unique. So I think, yeah. And you know what? One of the big worries for me was like this whole AI thing that came about when it came to like songwriting and stuff for a while. Because that's my friend wrote, well, I say wrote, he didn't. Obviously, he put in prompts into an AI and then my other friend, and now he has like a ring walk for his boxing. And it's like this AI, I think it was called the Ginger Ninja or something, but it was like an AI kind of hard rock song. It was very funny actually. But I was like, oh shit, that's a bit concerning actually, because that took 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But you'll never be able to, replicate that live aspect of it and make it a unique show with an AI. So that kind of reassured me a lot. Yeah, one of the most important thing I think about performance is the audience is part of the band that night. Yeah, man, that's really cool. Callum, I'll send it back to you, mate. I've lost my ham. There it is.
You just eat. What the hell?
I just eat.
Eat.
I just eat.
was gonna say, so for you, Ben, would you say the live performance is more fun than the writing, or do you prefer writing over performances?
That's a tough question.
So which do you like more, your son or your daughter? Like,
Yeah.
Because it's really fun, because in terms of the band, we are like close friends even before we were in the band. So there's the aspect that's good for me personally of like just hanging out with your friends and making music, and like hanging out with your friends with an objective to do, and that's really fun to me. But also playing live music is really fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun, and it's something new every time, and I don't know. Actually, that's a tough one. I think that I enjoy live music more, but live music can't happen without the the songwriting experience and everything else. And I just love the whole process. Very political answer, but no, it's true. I just love it.
But it's the right answer. Yeah.
Ding ding ding. I was gonna say something else, and I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Is there any like live performances that you've seen that you've gone, which has like fully inspired you?
Oh, me and Alex went to go see the Chats. The Chats up in Brixton. Electric something.
Electric Ballroom.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, the Chats are really our vibe. Like, I think we've been referred to by some people who've seen us as like very Chats like dudes who don't take it too seriously. The Chats are a band from Australia.
Yeah.
And we saw them live, and it was just so full of energy, and like so full of like just genuine like making a ruckus energy. A lot of Australian bands, really punk bands, are really good now. I went to go see a band called GT in France. I think it was last year, and I went to go see them live. And when I saw them live, I took so much of that energy and their sort of style into our live performances back in Bournemouth, because it was just so much fun. Like what they were doing, like they sort of put on voices and take the piss. They all wear masks and this and that, and it's like it's just fun and just cool and just like loose, I guess the word would be.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I agree. I quite like personally. I love like a bit of theatre to a rock and roll performance, so to speak. Something myself and Aaron talk about quite a bit. Our drummer, we talk about it quite regularly. Is that a lot of bands now kind of just stand on stage in their t-shirt and jeans and don't really say much, but it's not the same thing, is it? Because they're there to play the music, but they don't really have that engagement or that sort of theatrical quality about them that I think people want to see, especially now more that I think that kind of self-aware performance has, I guess, proliferated throughout the last sort of 10, 20 years quite a lot. But the bands now that are more theatrical, more dramatic, taking the piss out of each other, having a bit of banter on stage, doing some weird shit, they're the bands that seem to be doing really well, because it does kind of provide a bit of a unique selling point, I guess. But it's fun to be around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Again, it's that it takes you away from reality for that night, and it really brings you into their fold. And I think sounds like both of those bands that you just mentioned are right on the money on that.
I mean, I think it's about like truth and like honesty as well. Like I think you can be a band on a stage just playing the music and not really saying much. But if it's genuinely out of like the love for playing music, I think that still looks good. I think that if you're just playing the music and not saying much just because you're shy or because like you want to look cool, then people can read that,
Absolutely. People have amazing bullshit filters.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're like stood up in front of hundreds of them. One of them's going to work out at minimum.
I think we saw the Chats when they played with Queens of the Stone Age at the Bic.
Oh, you went to go see that?
Yeah.
Man, that was a good
cool.
show.
We bought tickets immediately.
I remember the Chats. Yeah.
That was a great show.
That was a really good show. I heard they didn't go down so well at Download, though.
What, Queens?
Queens, yeah. Well, apparently they didn't put in a lot of work and he was too stoned to play or something, but I thought they were fucking amazing at the Bic, dude. They were really, really good.
That's because they just did their Glastonbury performance was really good.
I might just had an off day, man. Happens to everyone.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Didn't want to be there.
Except us and Chimp House were the best in the world, but
Yeah, obviously.
Hell yeah. Cool. Callum, I think we should move on to some Halloween related questions.
Okay. Are you much of a Halloween person?
I dress up. I do a bit of dressing up.
Have you got a costume plan for Thursday?
It's behind me actually. I don't know if I'm allowed to pan my thing up because there's an airsoft rifle up there, and I don't know if that's.
No.
But I've got.
We'll find out.
I've got like army gear that I wore for a costume a while ago, and I don't really dress up as anything scary, even though war is pretty scary. But
yeah, I feel like probably the most scary, in fact.
But I think last year I dressed up in like that hazmat suit with a gas mask, and it was pretty cool. So I just thought I'd do the same thing again.
Yeah, man, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I just like dressing up. To be honest,
yeah,
it's
dude.
something cool.
Any excuse to go a bit nuts.
Yeah.
I love it. War's definitely a scary thing. I think it's like
not Halloween scary. I feel.
It's like
it's
you
spooky.
say that, but like Halloween's like what traditionally like serial killers and stuff like that. But serial killer, if you think about it, war is kind of just serial killers with your mates. It's
yeah,
kind of a little bit.
Commanded serial killing.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing more
Organised.
scary than a guy in a fucking AC-130 just heartlessly deleting villages.
Yeah,
He's been
crazy, dude.
training for like 2 years of his life just to
it's like, I got this Xbox controller, brand new Xbox controller. I'm gonna just wipe out a whole town. What the fuck?
not the Logitech one, like on the submarine, is it not?
Yeah,
Probably
it's
is
not
that
that one. That one doesn't work. It turns out. Whoops. Anyway,
have you ever played a Halloween show, or will this be your first?
We've
Halloween?
played a Halloween show before. I think it was last Halloween. I wore that same thing. We played it at the coffee shop in Winton. I think it was Otto House.
Otto's.
There was this. We were going to. Well, I was studying at AEB at the time, and at the AEB there was someone trying to promote like this company called Hazard, which is like a pop-up shop thing.
Nice,
and we want you to play a gig at this coffee place just to promote it on Halloween, and everyone could dress up and have fun. It was a lot of fun.
That's cool, man.
We had so much freedom. They literally told us, we want you to do this. Here's a time slot. Fill it in with whatever. So we were just coming on, swapping on and off with people just whenever. It was really like.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah, fun.
Otto's great as well. Like we get our merch done there, our shirts. They have really good quality print there, so. Recommend that. It's a bit on the pricier side for like getting the merch printed, but it's good quality. People are willing to pay a little bit more because it's good screen print and everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I support local as well. I love doing that.
Nice.
Also, it's good, man.
We do all sorts. So you can hire their rooms out.
Can you?
Yeah.
We should learn about this. We should learn the ways.
I see. Yeah, you can hire the room. I think they have like a bar and everything, and they have like an upstairs, and you can hire that room out for like anything.
Music video?
Probably. Actually, that's a good idea.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't know how expensive it is. I don't think it's that pricey price.
We should have a look into that. I think that's not a bad idea.
Yes.
We'll need a room soon.
And a bar.
And we'll need a bar all the time.
Yeah.
There's not a time we don't need a bar, man. You're a raging alcoholic musician. Come on. There's a bar, I'm drinking it. That's good, man. So do you know if the rest of the guys are dressing up in the band as well?
Yes, we usually always do. I think Kobe has a tendency to just show up in like work stuff for the past few years. So I think 2 years.
Scary too, to be fair. That's right, just next door to war for me.
So like 2 years ago, he came in wearing Asda, and then I think he got sacked from Asda. And then last year I think he came in wearing a Sainsbury's uniform. And I think he'll be wearing a Sainsbury's uniform this year. Alex is doing a couples thing with his girlfriend. I'm not actually sure. I think he's a vicar or a priest.
Nice. And his girlfriend's going as an 8-year-old boy.
And our drummer, I'm not sure what he's going as. I think he usually has something really cool on. To be fair, lots of makeup and
Awesome.
lots of bits and bobs. Yeah.
So now I'm aware that every single band on the night is dressing up. This is gonna be fucking.
Oh, there we go.
Legit.
Yeah.
This is gonna be legit. I'm really excited for this. I know there's a theme going on for the Dark Romantics. I think it's some DC kind of theme. I won't say much more than that. I'm not sure about who's Amy, but they dress up for Halloween. They dress up for Halloween. So in form, we have no idea what Jay's dressing as. They sort of said nothing too much, but they were gunning for the prize. So it's going to be a good dress up, apparently. So I'm excited to see that. And of course, we have our costumes sorted, and we might have a quick change toward the end of the night because it would be no fun to just, we need to space it out. We got some shit going.
Interesting.
It's going to be very fun. We're going to need some level of assistance. We've also hired a friend to be an extra, as one of the costumes kind of requires 2 characters.
Interesting. Okay. It sounds like a lot of fun.
It's going to be fun. I'm very excited for it. We've rehearsed it in a rehearsal room and everything. It's pretty good. I've never seen our drummer, Aaron. He's normally kind of one of the quieter ones in the band a little bit. He's been coming out of his shell more and more anyway, but we put him in this costume. And I say we put him in this costume. He turned up with this costume and he was the character. He was fully the character. As soon as the music came on, he was in that mode. I've never seen anything like it, so I can't wait for a crowd to see that. If he lives up to the weird shit he was doing in that rehearsal room, it's gonna be fun. Hell yeah, dude. Callum, back to you. I'm movie time.
Have you got any? Do you like horror movies much? Have you got any favorite horror, spooky Halloween?
I don't really watch a lot of horror films. I'm trying to think. I've got to really rack my brains with horror films. I've recently watched the one with the alien that you can't look at and it's above you, and it looks like a
alien.
No, it looks like a UFO. People think it's a UFO, but it turns out it's a living being.
Is it called like OMFG or something? Called that?
Something like that. I know. Yeah, it's.
I'm gonna find out.
I don't know how to describe that.
Or is it Nope? It's not Nope, is it? Or is it
Nope? Nope. I think it's Nope.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I haven't seen that yet. Was it good?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I love the main character in that. Very like, oh, I got shit to do, like kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like, like he's just too busy to be in this whole thing, but he's very determined. Like pretty good role model. For like, I don't know.
Stoic alien fighting man.
Yeah, I guess.
Hell yeah. That sounds good. I'm planning on watching that. Saying yesterday with the Sereniform guys, I've not, like you, I've not really watched much horror, but I feel like a real, I don't know if Renaissance is the right word, but I'm going to have that phase soon. I'm going to go through all the classics. I've downloaded it. I mean, I found a bunch on streaming sites that I'm going to watch.
You have to watch Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 and
Evil Dead's on the list. I've got The Shining on there. I've got Wicker Man. I've got fucking Halloween. All of it. I'm going to do so many.
I love Evil Dead because it's Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi's good. I love a good Sam Raimi film, dude. You know it's him straight away. The Dutch wobble comes in. You're like, whoa, here we go.
I don't watch horror films, but I do watch the You've seen Kill Count with James A. Janice? On YouTube. He does kill counts for all these horror films. If you're planning on watching them, they're spoilers because obviously it shows you it's every single person how they die.
I think I've seen 1 or 2 of those videos, you know. I can't remember what for though. I think it was like for something really mundane, but it was quite funny because it was mundane.
It's really cool for horror fans and for people who don't want to watch the whole horror film, but because it's too scary.
I remember last year there was Friday the 13th in October. And they were showing Friday the 13th in the cinema on Friday the 13th.
Oh,
and I went and watched that, and that was really cool.
I remember you saying that.
It's so funny watching like really old horror movies like Friday the 13th, like Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser, things like that. Because you watch something like that and they're laughably bad now because they're not even scary, but they're so campy.
I think,
a lot of it, but
but the actual effects are like
it's I think it's the effects and then the acting because actors weren't they weren't amazing back then. You know, they're not to the standard
It was
we
a
have like
different
today.
thing, wasn't it? It was more
But-
theatre than
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's so goofy and all the like one-liners.
And so many one-liners. The 80s are the decade of the one-liner, aren't they? They really are.
Yeah.
Man, do you know what? I still get bothered by Jaws, even though I know it's a big rubber shark. That Jaws was a fucking hard one. Apparently, that really changed people's view on sharks. People didn't really know about sharks until Jaws. Jaws
Interesting.
fucked sharks over, dude. They
Yeah.
really fucked sharks over. We need a movie like that for like badgers, because I'm fucking sick of badgers. I don't think they could really. What would they call it? Claws? I guess claws. Claws is the best
Claws?
one. It's either like, what are the weapons of a badger, right? It's claws, anger, or tuberculosis. And I don't think the other two are going to work. So it's got to be claws.
That's a pretty cool name. Claws, anger, and tuberculosis.
Yeah. Sounds like a fucking monster movie from the early 2000s. Like. Giant badger versus tiny squid. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, man. Callum, what was your favorite again?
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Evil Dead
What-
only
what
if
is
it's
it about
evil.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead is the most ridiculous horror movie, and has stood the test of time. Even though it's like 50 years old, it's still like
Yeah.
it's still good. I think it's because it's got the Sam Raimi charm,
Mm.
and it's funny, and spooky. And it started off that whole cabin in the woods trends. Like it's because
Okay.
of that film. There's so many cabin in the woods films.
Mm.
You know,
I've not seen any, so I'm keen. I've played a lot of what was it we played? What's it called? Callum, the game we played, the horror game.
Phasmophobia,
Not Phasma, no.
Lethal Company. No,
Evil Company's not horror, is it?
it's quite scary.
I'd say it's horror. I'd say it's a
It's
horror
quite scary.
game.
It is a bit jump scary, I'll give it that.
I've screamed.
Dead by
the house
Daylight.
down.
Dead by
Dead
Daylight.
by Daylight. No, I've played a fair bit of that at this point.
Yeah, they got all the license. They have killers in.
They have. I
License.
do need the Nicolas Cage DLC.
And we said real life
desperately.
killers, but not real life killers. Said
I'm absolutely edging for the
Film killers.
Nicolas Cage DLC.
it's out. Apparently it's goated.
Yeah, apparently he's really good. Yeah, I really want that.
You get really good perk where you could just kill yourself, basically.
Yeah, I've seen that actually. That's the only thing I've seen of that. I don't play Dead by Daylight. My mate does, but that's the only thing I've seen of Nicolas Cage perk.
Yeah, yeah. You can like, if you're injured, you can put yourself into the down state, which can be quite helpful because you can recover from it. So you can like watch it
Ah.
getting chased, and you can like hide in a bush and be on the floor. He won't find you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend a bit of Dead by Daylight if you haven't played it. Anyone out there? Dead by Daylight is silly fun. The concept is so simple.
We should
But
try and get a private game going.
We could get some
Because we
people
could do
on that,
4
I
because
reckon.
it's 4v5 in it. So as long as there's 4v1, sorry, it's
Here's
just
the
5.
real test. Here's the real test, Callum. Henry, have you played SCP?
SCP, what? Containment Breach?
Is it that one?
Secret Lab. I think it's Secret. What's the
Secret
multiplayer
Lab.
one? What's the like?
I haven't played any of them yet. But,
It's free.
It's free?
Are you doing anything after the stream?
Wait, is it Containment Breach? I think Containment
feel
Breach
like it's
is
Secret
the
Labs,
thing.
man.
I've got SCP something.
I think Containment Breach is the single player one.
It's pretty. We had the most SCP experience.
Oh, SCP Secret Laboratory. I've got it in my
Secret
library.
Yeah,
I'll
it is.
get that
It's
in
definitely
store,
Secret
bro.
Laboratory.
It's the best. It makes no sense and is perfect. It's the perfect level of jank. It's so good.
Bro,
Yeah,
these,
recommend
games, these games are scary. I can't lie. I can only play them.
This multiplayer one is not scary. I promise. Well, it is when Peanut rocks up on you, but other than that, it's not that. It's words I won't use on the stream. Is it?
Oh no, I have played this before. I think I've got some screenshots of my mates somewhere. But I remember there was a lot of like, oh, what the fuck is this? Or what do we do now? Or, like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, you need someone to explain it.
It is funny because when you'll die or whatever, and then like you get respawned back in the round. All of a sudden, like you've gone from being like the lower class guy to being like the guy sent out specifically to kill the SCPs. And you have like all these guns. You have no idea where to go, and you're like, where the hell? What is happening?
That is one worth it. We're thinking of getting a big lobby together. Went on holiday with about 14 people recently, and they're all down.
We should just do
all
a
up for
private.
it.
I could just hire a private server.
Yeah, we'll do a private server with the band, those guys, and if any of you guys want in, it's gonna be
Yeah,
fucking
for sure.
funny as shit, dude. It
Especially if
is
it's
really
free, bro.
stupid. Another one I recommend, Labyrinthine, was an absolute golden playthrough. We've actually, Callum, we need to release that. Get that out onto YouTube. Let's get that program. We videoed the band playing Labyrinthine, and we weren't as good as we thought we were. It turns out.
See, I was thinking of doing the edits. I've done some of the edits, but I've changed software. Editing software halfway through is the slight issue.
What software are you on now? You're on CapCut?
Yeah, I just use CapCut for everything now because
CapCut's the golden.
Honestly,
if you Chimp House guys aren't using CapCut, it's the quickest way to get content out. It's so good.
And you can do it, do it on your phone.
Yeah, and it's free.
It's free. Yeah, it's free. It's really good.
There we go. That's all you needed to say.
It's so good. Man. It's intuitive as well. Well, I love it, man. I love it. I use it all the time now. Really useful. Yeah, cool. So we're actually coming up to near 10 o'clock already. So obviously, a quick reminder to those watching from either right now or in the future, and hopefully we'll have seen you already, but if we haven't, get down to the Halloween Headbanger 2024 at the Anvil in Bournemouth next Thursday, 31st of October. We've got 5 bands on, man. It's essentially a festival. It's going to be sick.
And a host.
And a host, yeah. We have Gavin Rand, the comedian, hosting the evening, which is a bit of a quirk. Thought we'd try that out. That'd be awesome.
Who we'll have on next week for the chat.
Yeah, we do. Next Wednesday, we have Gavin Rand on the night before the night of Halloween.
Hallows Eve. Halloween Eve.
All Hallows Eve. Is that, yeah, that's the thing.
Hallows Eve.
Or is it that? I don't know.
And I called it the Grand Return of Gavin Rand, which I liked.
Yeah.
The G and the R's. It was really good.
Like
I was like,
you
Gavin.
should probably start writing the lyrics.
I was like, Gavin Rand returns. I was like, no, the Grand Return of Gavin Rand.
That is a mouthful. You should have done the Grand Return of G Rand.
Grand and yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
G. Rand.
Grabbing
like a Goosebumps novel or something.
Grabbing
grabbing
returns.
I don't know what's going on.
Grab
anyway,
man
yes.
returns.
So if you can't make it down, I will drop a ticket link into the chat momentarily. So get your tickets.
Chat.
5 bands, man. 5 bands for £10. That's £2 a band if you can't do maths.
And on Halloween.
And it's on Halloween. And there are going to be some small prizes for the best outfits. We're going to give out a few prizes. Some of them may be tickets to shows. Some of them may be merchandise. Some of them may be a beer token. You never know. You never know till the night. Because nor do we.
Maybe sweets. Are we getting sweets?
Are we getting sweets? I feel like... I mean, we can get sweets. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Well, I got them in my shop. We can get
all right.
Sweets.
Yeah, get some sweets, bro. We'll give out some sweets. There'll be sweets. Fuck it, why not? There'll be sweets.
You got it, it's Halloween.
Get some. But yeah, we aim to get a little bit fucked up, have a good time, and party with you all through the night. So, Henry, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Where can people find you online right now? Where's the best place to check you guys out?
We're mostly posting on our Instagram at the moment. We also have a Facebook that we're trying to use. Yeah, that's mostly it, really.
Okay, is that at Chimp House Band, isn't it? I believe
at Chimp House Band, Chimp House _ band.
We'll get a link up for that one.
Or Chimp House Band. On our Instagram account, and it should be on our Facebook account somewhere. There'll be a link tree with all the links to anything you could ever want from us. Spotify links, ticket links, and all that. Yeah, come on down Halloween. If you like the sound of us, you can find us on there.
Hell yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you again for joining us. Everyone who's been watching, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching from the future, hello from right now, this very moment in the past. Cheers for checking us out. And yeah, come down to Halloween. It's going to be nuts. We're going to have a great time. And if you're in Ilfracombe tomorrow, so are we. Spoilers, we're getting dressed up. Don't video us. Okay, thanks. All right. Cheers again, man. We'll catch you all soon. See you. Bye.